Okay, hi. I went to the zoo the other day. A friend from Sweden came over. We were wandering around Regent's Park. We didn't know really what to get up to, and then we noticed the zoo. And she was like, "Ooh, the zoo is here." And I was like, "Yes, the zoo is here. I've never been there." And we decided to go there the next day. We had a lovely time. But I don't know how I feel about zoos. On the one hand, it's animals in cages, which very simply feels very wrong. But zoos serve loads of purposes for preserving wildlife outside of the zoo. You teach people, and especially children, about these animals, how we are affecting them, what we can do to help them out. Then it's also physically holding on to species that we are killing in the wild, which obviously it's our own fault. If I decide that zoos are predominantly good, then I should go visit them, because if I pay them money, it means that the animals are getting more money invested into them and their lives, although in captivity, will be better. Whereas if I were to personally boycott zoos but still kind of say that, that can be fine, where does that leave me? Am I just making it worse for animals that I also kind of condemn to live in those situations? I don't know. But it did get me thinking about moral dilemmas in our world. There are loads of these that I kind of juggle with, struggle with, fight internally over. Prostitution, drugs, doctor-assisted suicide, vegetarianism. The more I think about it, the more I learn, the more people tell me, the harder it is for me to make up my mind about these things. And I think that's possibly a good thing, because it's dangerous sometimes to just put your hand down and go, this is right and this is wrong, because I say so. It's quite big-headed, and it's also quite destructive and not constructive, because it doesn't open up for a conversation. Now obviously when it comes to legislation we still have to kind of make a decision, but I don't write laws, so it's fine. But the world, as it turns out, isn't black and white. Ooh, revelations on this channel. It kind of comes down to the issue of realism versus idealism. And I think there's value in both. And I think most importantly, we need to harbour both of them inside us. Our inner compass is very important, and that's sort of where the idealist comes in. I just look at something and I'm like, well, that's not good. Like war. For me, it's very simple, in the sense that war is bad, and I think most people agree, but then comes the realist in. It's like, yes, but then on the other hand, there's bad people that do bad things. Should we just let them do it because we don't want to do war? Should we just let countries be run by totalitarian governments because we don't want to war, because war is bad, and we've put that in category bad? See what I mean? I don't do drugs. I went to the zoo. I went to the zoo and I loved it. Just because I make those life choices, it doesn't automatically make those things bad, nor does it put me in opposition to them. To quote Facebook, it's complicated. If you have any opinions, or rather, you don't have opinions about these subjects, or if you have examples of other subjects that kind of puts your head in a bit of a knot and makes you go, why is everything so complicated when it should be so easy? Leave it in a comment below. Let me know what your biggest moral dilemmas are. I think it's important for us to not be too afraid to talk about these more complex issues. We just need to keep an open mind and accept the fact that we all are different, and we all come from different backgrounds, and we are all very complex ourselves. Give it a like, subscribe if you feel like it's interesting to hear my views of the world, because I like sharing them. See ya.